to another episode of the Pajama Quilters 15 Minutes Quilting. I have been invited back. I don't know why. I had fun the last time though. Let's go ahead and get this timer set up. 15 minutes. That's 14. It's 15. I want to get every single second I can in. Alright, so I am going to be working again on the Jelly Maker's Cabin quilt. I wanted to finish those seams from last time. If I can remember where those seams were. Probably should have done this beforehand. Oh. We got some questions today while I figure out where this is. How many of the quilts have I made? Well, this is the only one that is closest to being completed. The others I have been working on. Is that right? No, it's not right. I got it all twisted. Don't you just hate it when that happens? When the thread gets stuck and twisted around the needle, rather than just going right through as it should. As I was saying, the only ones that I have worked on, still yet to complete, but I'm working on them, are this one here, the Jelly Maker's Cabin, and then there is Twisty Cakes as well, and I will try to leave a link to that in the description. I put the wrong link post last time. I will fix that. And as I said, I'll put a link to the Jelly Maker's Cabin in the description. How many UFOs do I have? Oh goodness. I've got so many. Now, UFO stands for Unfinished Obsession. So I can take this to mean quilting obsession, or I'm an artist as well. So art obsession, quilting obsession, lots. I'm no longer allowed to buy crafting stuff or quilty stuff because I have too many things to do. Oh, what are they? Let's see. I have quite the assortment of orphan blocks that I am thinking of either turning into pillows, the odd-sized ones, or taking the majority of them are mostly the same size, so I can probably make a quilt out of that. But the super small ones and the really large ones I could probably turn into like either pillow ornaments for the Christmas tree, pin cushions, now these are for the smaller ones, or take the larger ones and make pillows, or I was thinking pot holders, but they're a little too big for that. Well, maybe the large pot holders so you don't have to. Have you ever like cooked for Thanksgiving or Christmas, or when family members come over and so you've got these large Pyrex trays and you need like two pot holders underneath it, one on each side? I might just do that. I might just make really long pot holders. But unless I can't think of anything else to do with those orphan blocks. So there's the orphan blocks, I've got half a dozen not half a dozen charm squares. Got lots of charm squares. And I've got a jelly roll kit. Yeah, jelly roll kit. Is that the right word? If not, I'll correct myself. I've got a jelly roll that I am thinking of turning into some scrunchies. And as it turns out, they're in these colors. Let's see. Why did I choose to make this quilt? Well, I thought it looked really, really cute, really, really easy, and who doesn't need a quilt? But why this one specifically? It, how do I describe this? I saw this quilt and it was kind of like, have you ever read a book and then came across a character in that book that you're like, I can relate to them. They are kind of like me, or kind of like you. That's what I felt when I saw this quilt. It's just kind of like me, going in circles. And it's just precious. I love it. And it's a really good starter one. I want to say that this is the second top I finished. The first quilt that I worked on was a charm square quilt, which is somewhere in storage. I hope it made it when we moved, because if not, I'm gonna be really, really sad. Looks like we had some technical difficulties and the camera shut down. Fun! Okay, I'm not quite sure where I left off. I'm just gonna go with the last question I remember. What are your thoughts on quilting retreats? Yeah, I think I was on that one. Right? Yeah? Okay. And home away from home. And I was saying that I wouldn't mind working at a quilt retreat and seeing the ladies and occasionally gentlemen come back year after year and just see how they've grown as quilters over the years, and I just think that would be really, really fun. I guess similar to being a teacher, but not having to deal with teenagers. But yeah, that scene was done. I think that would be a lot of fun.
And you can't forget Super Jesus.
Oh no, I can't forget Super Jesus. If you guys have ever watched Friends, the character Joey Tribbiani does a bit where he is explaining a movie pose, and he calls it smelling the fart, where he just kind of wrinkles his nose just a little bit and turns his head to the side, and when he does it, it looks kind of like Superman, like kind of like that. And there's a poster there at the retreat where we were working, and it made Jesus look like a superhero. It had that exact same pose. It looked like he had his hands at his side with his head tilted and facing upwards, like he was looking towards a new day, a new beginning. And so we called him Super Jesus, because what more fitting a name? And I hope to go back to that quilt retreat someday. Who knows? So how about you guys? Do you like going on quilt retreats, or do you prefer to quilt on your own, or just within your small quilt communities or large quilt communities? I'm not quite sure where you're from or how many people are in your little guilds, in your quilt guilds. I'm using the term little just because it's a close gathering. Everyone's really close with one another. Usually. Or even, Paducah. Going back to Paducah would be fun. The quilt show's there. Wonderful. technical difficulties. I don't know what is going on with this camera, but it is giving us quite a bit of trouble. So, I got 2 seams done so far. Not bad for 15 minutes or however long I've been going. I don't know how long it was since the camera turned off. But yeah, we are... Oh no, I didn't want it to go down there. Go up, go up, go up, go up. There we go. Now see, this is why you have to pay careful attention to your machine. Now technically this isn't my machine, but I still need to pay careful attention. Because you never know. Always keep your eye on the needle. I should make that a song. I should write a quilting song. Oh, that would be fun. After I get all my other UFOs done. I can't have another project right now. I really can't. But how many UFOs do you guys have? And as I said before, it doesn't have to just be quilting related. Maybe you are in the process of writing a book perhaps, and have just set it aside for a while. Maybe you've got writer's block or something, and so you've set it aside and gone to some other things and you've yet to come back to it. Or maybe you are in the process of, maybe you like decorating and you are working on your house and you're just in the middle of something that you haven't gotten back to in a while. Or it could be quilting. It could definitely be quilting. Let us know in the comments below how many UFOs you got, which one you're wanting to get back to first, and what are you guys working on today? Just listening, or are you getting some quilty time in? Alright. Yeah, I think that's it for all the questions. How many quilts? How many UFOs? What are they? Why did I choose to make... Oh. Well, time's up anyway. Alright. I think I stopped it. Yeah, it stopped ticking. We're good. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening wherever you're at.